Guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristin, and today I'm sharing some more patriotic DIYs using Dollar Tree items. So I grabbed these acrylic squares or these acrylic boards from Dollar Tree a long time ago. I don't know if they still have them. My Dollar Tree is very sparse on their crafting section these days, but I'm going to go ahead and use one of these, and then I'm using this Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer with these stars, and I have used this in a previous video, and I'll link it down below if you guys missed that. But I just love using these, and they always make really great backgrounds, especially when you get the transfers that kind of look like this. So I have ones that are distressed, and this one is not, so I thought I'd just make things a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off, and then I just use a hair dryer to dry these a little bit faster. Those were dry. I just went ahead and used this Patriotic scatter with these popsicles. I actually grabbed this last year. I'm not sure if they have them this year. I've not seen a ton of Patriotic or 4th of July decor out at my Dollar Trees, but I just wanted to use these, and the popsicles seem to be kind of a trendy thing these days. So I'm just going to be adding 2 of them and just using some hot glue to glue them down. I think these are great for tier trays or anywhere around your home. Obviously, this was not from Dollar Tree. It was from a garage sale, but you can get the wreath forms from Dollar Tree. This one was actually free. I love free bins at garage sales, and I am not too proud to dig through them if I need to. But I figured a couple of free wreath forms would be fine for me. If you are going to ask if I'm going to reuse this burlap, I absolutely not. This probably should not have even been inside my home. The smell of it, it wasn't bad until I started tearing everything apart, and it was like, oh my gosh, like, why did I bring this inside my home? This tinsel garland was just really calling my name when I was at Dollar Tree. I did pick up 3 of these, but if you do have a wreath form, I want to say this is just the normal size wreath forms that Dollar Tree has. I don't even remember what they are, 18-inch possibly. Anyways, you're only going to need 2 garlands to actually fill this, and I just wrapped it around a couple times and tucked it in, and so far, so good. Now, once everything was on the wreath, I just went ahead and kind of fluffed everything out because there was some parts that just looked a lot more full and a lot more nice than the other side. And then I also just grabbed a sign from Dollar Tree as well, and I just kind of cut the tag off, and I didn't really know how I was going to attach it, but of course, you know, handy dandy zip ties always work, and they always do the trick. Especially if you want to reuse this, then you definitely can, and there is no glue, which I'm all about no paint and no glue crafts if I can do them. So this was one of them. So if you want something quick and easy to do and throw this on your door for the 4th of July or all year round, honestly, like I always say the 4th of July or Memorial Day, but you do not have to have just red, white, and blue and flags in your home just because it's the 4th of July. They can be in all year round decor. Why I'm using 3 of these wooden arrows, and I am just going to cut off the hangers, and then of course I'm going to be using the same color. This is the Chalk Couture Chalkology paste, and I'm using the color Candy Apple, and the other color is called Home, and I thought these were the perfect colors for 4th of July theme or patriotic theme, whatever you call it is what I will call it. Anyways, I just painted one of them that blue color, and then we're going to go ahead and do this one red. And then of course, the last one is just going to have to be white. Now, I guess it really doesn't have to be, but that is just kind of what I chose. Like I said, is my second patriotic video that I have done this year. I don't even think I did one last year, but I'm using these same transfers from Couture because everyone will say that they are a little expensive, but when you use them for a ton of different DIYs, it doesn't seem to be that bad of cost, especially when you're like, okay, I just use this 7 times or 4 times or 5 times. I always feel like I'm getting my money's worth if I use the transfers more than 2 or 3 times. Now, obviously, since the transfer was not large enough for this arrow, I did just do this in 2 sections. You always want to make sure that you clean your transfer off quickly because you do not want that paste to dry. So I did this pretty quickly, and then you see the little bubbles and bumps, and those probably should not be there, but it did end up working out for me just fine. But I did make sure that I was blow drying and made sure the bottom part was dry before I did the top, just so I didn't have any smudges or smears. Now I'm going to go on to the red one, and I decided to do this one in the stripe one. Obviously, I had to do the same thing for this as well, so I did just do the bottom half of the arrow, and then I went ahead and dried it, and then I went ahead on the top and did the same exact thing. Now, this one started to bubble up because I just did not want any of the paste to peel, so I did just kind of go and start flattening out things as I was going along, and thankfully, it did work out. You always want to try to make sure that your transfer is more onto your surface, but I did not want to get paste all over my hands, and that's kind of why I didn't like smooth it out. For this one, I am not using anything crazy. I just went ahead and painted the top of the arrow red. We're going to be making some really cute firecrackers or fireworks, so I thought this would be really fun. Also, I had some of these wooden stars, and I want to say these are from Dollar Tree too. They're just in my craft stash, and of course I'm using some tape to hold these down. This is honestly the perfect hack. I don't do this a lot. Sometimes I just like let my little wooden pieces go all over the place, but using tape is honestly the most helpful thing. So once those were dry, I just went ahead and added them on to this arrow, and I just made these just however I wanted. I think I ended up taking one of these off because I wanted to do something towards the bottom, and that one of the stars was just not letting it happen. So I glued them all together so they looked like fireworks shooting up. And then I had this God Bless America sign. This is also from Dollar Tree. I thought this one was adorable, and I thought this all matched perfectly. And I love just a little bit of galvanized. It's always just really fun to use that. And I did just go ahead and glue it to the bottom of this just so you wouldn't see the bottom part of the arrows, just because they weren't very pretty and very nice looking. The backside, yes, it is not the prettiest thing that I have ever seen, but nobody is going to see it at all. I went ahead and just cut some pieces of twine down just to make it look more fireworky. I know that's definitely not a word, but I wanted it to look more like fireworks, so I just added some stuff to the bottom, and then these little wood pieces are just going to hold the twine a little bit better into place. And then I had a wooden dowel. This is from Walmart, and I just ended up trimming this down, cutting it, and then I ended up adding some pieces of paper or cardboard to the top of the wooden dowel just to hold it down a little bit more. What it looks like when it is done. I love this one. I think this turned out adorable, and of course I had some red flowers, so I just stuck it in on my back patio, and I love the way this looks, especially when the 4th of July comes around. This is going to be absolutely adorable. not Dollar Tree, but pretty much these houses cost $1 and some change from Hobby Lobby. They were $3.24 for 3 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and paint one of these with some white chalk paint. And then of course I'm just going to use my chalk paste for this as well in that candy apple. And then I'm also going to be using that color Home as well. Once those were finished drying, I went ahead and used these Chalk Couture Transfer Minis. I love using these because there's just so many different things you can do with them. I did use these in my previous video as well, and I just thought that these fit perfectly on these houses. I love doing up a good tier tray, so I thought these would be perfect for that. Blue and red house, I decided to do those together because I'm going to be using the bright white chalk paste, and it's just every time I'm going to use the same chalk paste, I just try to do everything at once just so I can hurry and clean everything up. And then of course with the white house, I just went ahead and used that candy apple red chalk paste. This one is a really quick DIY. I'm using 2 of those galvanized stars along with these 2 ornaments. These galvanized pieces are 4 for $1 at my Dollar Tree, and I think they are everywhere else. They started off at 2 for $1, now they're 4 for $1, so 25 cents for an item is really, really cheap. And then of course $1.25 for these, so this actually costs $1 per star to make these. So I just cut everything down, use these little wooden blocks because I did need something to glue those smaller stars to. So I just glued 2 of those on, and then I'm just going to glue those little ornaments right to the center, and I think these are the cutest. Now I did have issues, so you might want to add some E6000, and just to make sure these have a better hold, I did have one hold out really, really well, and then the other one was just not staying. So but anyways, yeah, so use something a little bit stronger than hot glue, and these turned out adorable. All right, so this last one, I picked this up for under $1 from a yard sale. I'm using those little mini transfers once again, and honestly, I just flipped this to the other side. Yeah, there's a D on the back. I don't know why. It was obviously someone's last name monogrammed, and they had it in their home, and I picked it up because it was under $1, and I knew the backside was going to be adorable. I'm using the same chalk paste, that Home in Candy Apple, and I'm just going to be obviously doing the stripes red, and then I'm going to do the top part in that blue color. And then I just added some greenery to this in the end because I didn't have any 4th of July florals, but I think overall it still looks adorable regardless of what type of florals that I put in it, or I could just leave it as is and it still looks really great. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. Until then, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!